Hey, Hot Sauce! Hello again, pal. How's it going, man? Thanks again for the resub yesterday, buddy. Does this game have a quality versus FPS like Valhalla? It does have a quality versus FPS. However, let me take a look here really quick. Display? Here. So, you have only two choices here. Either consistently high resolution or better frame rate. So basically what it is if you stay in higher resolution, the game can sometimes dip below 60 FPS. If you go into better frame rate, the game will lessen the resolution a little bit, but it will guarantee 60 FPS at all times. I have been playing in higher resolution, and I have not noticed a drop from 60 FPS. I haven't noticed it. So I think this is like... It's kind of weird, right? It's not really quality versus performance like in Spider-Man or Valhalla. Because what those modes did was if you chose performance mode, it locked it at 60 and lowered the visual quality. But then if you tried to do quality mode, it would lock it at 30 and have permanently high visuals. This one doesn't lock it at 30 FPS for having the higher resolution. You can have higher resolution and the frame rate is just targeting 60 and then could potentially dip. Whereas if you just want a guaranteed 60, better frame rate, you can just do that and you're good to go. I like the higher resolution because honestly I haven't noticed a dip in the frames at all. So if it is dipping, it must be down to like 50 frames or something like that. I've noticed drops when playing in quality mode of Valhalla, so I've switched to performance. Yeah, performance mode is definitely super, super tight. For Valhalla. That's pretty neat. I hope someday we're able to get all games at 60, but the higher resolution. Right now, it seems like the best time because we're getting PS4 games that are being ported to the PS5. So right now is really the time that we are going to get stuff like that. But here's something that kind of sucks, right? Kind of sucks we just bought a new console. Yeah, so this is another thing here. I played Diablo 2 Resurrected Beta. I played it on my PS5, and I played it on PC, not on stream. I didn't actually play it. I got it, installed it, and booted it up and ran around a bit. Diablo 2 Resurrected. This really sucks. Diablo 2 Resurrection on a PlayStation 5 has those two modes, quality and performance. Not like this. It has it like the other games, where you can have high resolution, but it caps it at 30 FPS. Or you can have somewhat lower resolution and have a solid 60. But you also can't zoom in at all in the game. You can't zoom your camera in really close to your character model and really appreciate the upgraded visuals. The game won't work. It won't do that on the PS5. Now, you would think to yourself, okay, the PS5 just can't handle it, right? This cannot be the case because I then used my PC that has a 1070 in it, and I went to the graphics mode and I put everything on high, not very high, but I put on high mode, high resolution, 4K resolution on high quality on my PC, and it ran a smooth 60 FPS, and I could zoom in at any time I wanted. It was all fine. This is such a weird situation to have because we have a PlayStation 5 which is definitely stronger than my PC, unequivocally stronger than my PC. My 1070 does not compare to a PS5. It doesn't do it. The PS5 is a definite bump up from a 1070, and yet we cannot play Diablo 2 Resurrection in close to 60 FPS or solid 60 in high quality, high graphics mode, while also being able to zoom in and out like the PC can. This strikes me as one of two things. Either the PS5 is not utilizing all of its strength, which is what I'm assuming is happening with Diablo 2 Resurrection, or there's something that I'm missing, and I don't know what that could be. I really don't know what it could be. It seems like the PlayStation 5 should easily be able to do what my PC can do. Easily should be able to do it. And it doesn't. And my assumption here is the initial one, where I think it's just that they did not program Diablo 2 Resurrection specifically for the PS5, even though there's a PS5 version of the game. The beta just is running like it's on a PS4 Pro or something like that. That's how I feel about it. I'm quite upset because I should be able to zoom in on the console. That's number one. And I should be able to have something like this, higher resolution that targets 60 FPS and then allow it to dip a little bit if it has to, you know? Diablo 2 Resurrection shouldn't be that demanding on any of our systems. It really shouldn't be. And my 1070 admittedly, my 1070 can't run very high at 60 FPS. I notice FPS drop at that point on my PC, probably around the 30 to 40 range. So PlayStation 5, I would think, would be able to run at least high-quality graphics at 60 FPS and have the zoom-in feature. But currently it does not have either of those two things. So, quite upsetting. That, again, it's like what we're talking about here. The PS5 kind of sucks. We bought this nice console, and now we're having to compromise, right? Why do I have to use my old PC to play a brand new game that's a remaster of a really old game? You know, that doesn't... whatever.